Gemini, how's it going? Hope you're doing well today. It is Sunday, the 23rd of August. Let's get into your reading for the upcoming week and see what is in store for you. I've looked at some transit energies prior to this. I always do before I do readings at this point. I enjoy doing it. Um, and I know I enjoy doing it because the time goes by really fast when I do that. I look at what's going on in the sky, and I end up writing a lot. I could write all day and all night and not even know where the time went. Um, that's kind of what usually happens during the weekends when I'm by myself. But anyways, so Gemini, what's going on with you? We're going to start with an animal spirit card from Kim Kranz. See what you might need to embody going forward this week, or maybe some kind of behavior that you might want to keep in check, be aware of, stop in its tracks before it happens. Anyways, we've got, wow, beautiful. We've got the snake and the spider card, Gemini. And I've tried to, firefly at the bottom. I've tried to get your message out a number of times this afternoon. I'm not stopping. I'm not stopping. Nothing's going to stop me. Nothing's going to stop me. So let's keep going on, Gemini. We've got the snake and the spider. I love how both of these cards have, just a array of colors. Basically, spider web in the spider card has, all the colors within the rainbow, and then the snake here has more so colors that resemble like reflecting iridescence, like within the circle that the snake is encircling. This snake card has the snake eating its tail, and as we know in spiritual alchemy, this is all about rebirths and transformations. These are this is kind of symbolic for cyclic patterns of, like I said, endings and beginnings of all different sorts. And for me, I feel like it's these endings that are doorways for beginnings are the beginnings of being able to start anew in whatever way that you're trying to. So we're going to look at what these two signify, and we'll go from there. The spider first. The spider. The spider. Sorry for the glare. The creator of prosperity through life's works in your dharma. The spider is an ingenious creator. Its greatest gift is weaving the thread of dharma into a vast, intricate web that supports the spider and those around it, both financially and spiritually. It is hard work, but the spider neither tires nor becomes impatient. This card reminds us creativity is everywhere and to be process-oriented rather than results-oriented. And soon your work becomes like the weaving of a magical, priceless tapestry. Abundance follows. So when it's in balance, you are appreciative, enthusiastic, and prosperous. When it's out of balance, you may feel discouraged, tired, or forlorn. Playful creativity is how you bring it back into balance. Like, I love that. I love this. I love this, yes. Prosperity follows when we let our natural, innate, creative talents flow. The snake here, beautiful card as well. Where is this? The snake. And my hair looks like, a bird's nest. So if you have a problem with it, I don't really care. The snake, the guardian of unawakened magic and creative potential. Ooh, these two go together really nicely. The snake is a symbol of our highest potential. It is said that Shakti, our creative life force, lies dormant at the base of our spine in the form of a coiled snake. Regardless of whether this image rings true for you, it's well worth considering the amount of unawakened or untapped potential within. What would life look like if you were to wake it up? How can you stir it up from slumber? An experienced yoga or meditation teacher can lead the way. Make haste. The snake card appears when there is no more time to waste. Ain't that the truth? There's never time to waste. Tell me about it. When in balance, prosperous, creative, and charismatic. When it's out of balance, it starts and stops many things. And to bring it back, do some Kundalini yoga or meditation. If you look at it closely, it like these the encircled portion of it reminds me of sacred geometry, and that whenever you go into meditation, the best practice to apply into your meditations is, the visualizations of sacred geometric shapes that are relevant with opening up to higher consciousness within our meditations. And also this really strengthens our visualizations when you do this in your meditations, when you get the hang of actually really visualizing these geometrical shapes in 3D form, not just like looking at a mandala on a canvas or something. We're talking about actual three-dimensional type of geometrical shapes. So I feel like, Gemini, you might be feeling as though lately may have felt scattered, or maybe you may have felt blocked, but I feel as though you should get yourself into some playful, not so serious type of creativity. What am I doing? Me personally, I have an easel right there that I plan on using. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna share this with you, but I haven't used it at all. And the other day when I went to dry my dress, I used it. I hung my dress on my easel. Yeah, and then I looked at it and I'm like, okay, this can't fly. We need to use it for its intended purpose. But anyways, so that's your animal energy, your animal spirit energy that you should embody. Get creative with it, and know that when you really immerse yourself, genuinely immerse yourself for yourself, not for any other type of expectations or pressures. When you just do it just out of genuinely being in the flow of things, this is where the magic truly does happen. So the sun moved into Virgo yesterday, and so happy birthday to all the Virgos. It's Virgo season. I'm a South Node, Virgo South Node. So I overthink. Let's just put it that way. I've at one point a few months ago, I had a really hard time letting go of trying to like make things be a certain way, or try to achieve small daily goals a certain way. Perfection, I tell myself I do not strive for perfection. There's no such thing, but I catch myself still kind of, playing out OCD behavior with certain things. So anyways, with the sun in Virgo conjunct Mercury in Leo, this is a transit energy where I feel as though, Gemini, maybe you're trying to convey or express or propose some sort of project, or, like I was saying, convey some sort of message or express some sort of emotion. Whatever it is that you're trying to have outwardly flow from you is going to have the impact that you desire on whomever it is on the receiving end, whether it be an individual person or a group of individuals. You're going to have the most impact, the most influence. You're going to make the deepest impression, or you're going to gosh, what am I trying to say? It's like you're going to touch someone's heart in the most sentimental way when you utilize an acutely I wrote this down too. An acutely detailed manner when you utilize that skill, let's say. And you don't have to be I don't know where Gemini is in your chart. You don't have to be a Gemini. Everybody has these skills that they can tap into. Certain people just have more of a challenge than others in doing so. Just means that you need to work more towards mastering, whatever specific skill. But being very attuned to fine details is going to give you the results that you are looking for, because it is in those details that you're going to be able to be heard, felt, seen, understood in a very deep way, very deeply resonating way. I'm going to stop that right there. I don't want to keep going with that. But also, as you're doing this, whatever this is for you, Gemini, the Sun in Virgo trining Chiron in Taurus. This is you remembering to remind yourself that your worth is not attached to the outcome of whatever this endeavor is. Your self-worth is simply you knowing. It's just simply you knowing that you are lovable, that you are, this divine being. I'm joking, Gemini. It's just you understanding that you as an individual deserve love or deserve the recognition that you desire, without having to earn the external validation of others. This recognition, this understanding of who you are, is really an understanding with yourself. That's it. We don't need external validation, and it's everywhere. And people are in so much denial about it. It's just like one of those elephants in the rooms that, everybody's just like, okay, yeah, we're just gonna let that go. Either you accept that, your self-worth and how you value yourself, either you accept that comes from within, not from what you produce or do for others. It's not earned. So long that you understand that, this is going to help work with the Chiron and Taurus energy here. It's going to, help help the healing within this specific type of wound that Chiron represents in Taurus, which revolves around self-worth and how we value ourselves. So long that you understand that you are lovable, no matter the response, the reaction, the results that you encounter, that you receive. Your self-worth is not attached to those end results. And you'll be fine. You'll just know that you did what you could to your best abilities, and that's that. If things don't work out, if they don't respond, the same way, if I don't get that position or that promotion, that's not my loss. Let's just put it that way. Because I know I am worthy of everything I can give to myself. There's, the aspects go on. I can keep going on, but we're already in 19 minutes deep. So I feel as though, Gemini, that with Uranus in your sign, trining Pluto in Aquarius, This here is, um, this is very, uh, v- I want to say harmoniously. That's what the trine aspects are all about, is, harmonious uh, blendings of the energies. But it's more than just that. It's like, um, the the sudden or unexpected, like, uh, shifts, or, you know uh, I want to say like clean sweeps, or upheavals that really clean slates, that is going to go rather smoother than you believe, so, because of what is becoming revealed when it comes to long held structures, um, you know, structures within communities or social networks. Um, there's going to be like a soft, subtle I don't know, dismantling of structures and power dynamics that are just um, holding, um, holding blockages that are hindering, um, the elevation of the collective consciousness. Everybody is, I don't even think anybody's honestly trying to claim that they are, uh, you know, elevating at to any significant degree at this point. I'm probably wrong, but from what I feel right now, I don't really see anybody, um, proclaiming that at this current time. Um, Also, so we have the Aeon and the Two of Pentacles here. This is your overall energy, Gemini. So for the Aeon card, for me, this is, um, this is the the card of transitions and, um, transformations, transformative periods, long transformative periods in our lives. This is the period of time that we spend in the liminal, but in between, the ending of old ways, old ways of being, and the new. This is the liminal space that we are. Um, that we're alchemizing everything and becoming ready for, the new. So, and then the Two of Pentacles with it. This is the card of Dominion. Two of Wands. This is Mars in Aries. This is all about force, action, brute force, possibly, maybe a strong, a strong initiative towards a transitory period. Gemini, you might be in this, um, Uranus is in your sign. You might be in this spontaneous, extra spontaneous type of energy at the moment, where you're like, I need a change in my life. I need to actually act and initiate the change. I need to do something about it. And Two of Pentacles, or Two of Wands. I'm sorry, that's Two of Wands. That's what's needed if you're not yet there yet. I do want to emphasize that I do want to emphasize that there is there's a square between Mars in Cancer and Neptune in Aries. And for me, what I wrote in here, this is because Mars in Cancer, it's like Mercury in Cancer, that is all about expressing, emotional nurturance and intelligence to cultivate a, you know, a loving environment for you and your loved ones. It's all about, um, enjoying the exchange of energy between you and your loved ones. And what do you know? I just pulled the Three of Cups card, which is Mercury in Cancer. I need to do something about my lighting. I probably won't for some time. So Mercury in Cancer just came out. Mars in Cancer square Neptune in Aries. Mars in Cancer is all about actually putting effort into things around the home improvements, do it DIYs around the home. This is Mars is, the masculine energy. It's protective. It's meant to, so it's like Mars in Cancer is calling for being protective and standing up and defending the ones, or the one that you do love or do have, that you do hold in high regard. Squaring Neptune and Aries, it's like there may be Neptune and Aries. When we think about this, the square is representing a conflict that actually arises in our environment that we are forced to look at and deal with and resolve. And it's like Neptune and Aries. It's there may be some sort of not elusive, but deceptive or inauthentic, I want to say, illusion filled type of atmosphere. The devil just came out. Gemini. Yeah, toxicity, toxic environments. Neptune and Aries. It's like Neptune and Aries. This energy, it's tricky because it can represent multiple things in different ways. For me, at least, it's one where you can take action on things that you conjure up. When it comes to your dreams, insights, and visions that you have, aka delusions. Not in a negative way, but they are delusions because they are things that we are, imagining. Our imagination runs wild with Neptune Aries, impulsively, to the point where we forget that we are operating in a fog, within a fog, a haze, possibly. There might be a lot of, not confusion, but a lot of, there may be undercurrents of the feeling of sensing that things are not what they seem to be, or that things are being operated a certain way that is toxic. And Neptune and Aries, it's all about when we're talking about this with a square involving Mars and Cancer, it's like Neptune and Aries is talking about taking these delusions or deceptions or confusions, or did I say illusions? that have been conglomerated, that have been created with like ego, with egoism, like a high level of egoism as the driver for these illusions to be what the structure has solidified as. Like, I'm thinking about a fog of, you know, of illusions. Let's just say that. I've said that word like 1,000 times now, but it's like a fog of illusions that have, you know, really created the structure for how an environment operates. And it's been going on for so long that it has become cemented. And it's like you feel as though this ingenuineness is now rearing its head when it comes to you wanting to actually say something when it, in regards to being protective or, you know, defensive over, you know, a person or people that are significant to you. It's like you're not agreeing with how things are going based on what you know to be true. How things are going, you don't agree with it. And all of that is hindering you from, not really hindering you from defending and protecting your loved ones. But it's revealing. It's revealing the discrepancies, the problems that have been under the surface, and it's all becoming, I guess, demystified in a sense. The Devil card. I don't know, but we're gonna wrap this up here very soon. Here in a few minutes. We've got the Three of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles here. And we have the Ten of Swords. This is the Sun in Gemini. Ironically, we have the Nine of Cups at the bottom of the deck, which would kind of be the undercurrent. But I feel like whatever is going on here, and I don't know if this is resonating with you at all, Gemini, but I hope you can take something from this. But I don't want to take too much of your time as of now. But I feel like whatever I was just talking about, whatever this you know dynamic that is currently present in some sort of uh, environment. This dynamic here is something that has held you back, I feel, um, from it's held you back from believing in yourself that you could get out of something, get out of the dynamic somehow. Um, it's like with the Three of Swords in the middle of the Ten of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles, it's like you see things for what they are. And through a detached lens here, I feel like you understand that it truly doesn't have an effect on your on the way you perceive things, on the way in which you feel about things and people. It really does not have any type of effect or influence in what and how the outcome plays out. With the Ten of Swords here, I feel like it's just it's a perspective. It's a perspective shift that plays itself out. Um, it goes through its course, and that's that. Like maybe you just this may have already happened. You have the Ten of Swords here. It's very possible that this cycle is behind you, and is why you are actually asking different kinds of questions. I don't know what that means. I don't know, Gemini. What the hell? So also one more transit energy here. Pluto in Aquarius squaring Chiron in Taurus. I'm just going to read this word for word. And I wrote, and she wrote, and she's going to keep writing. Got the Seven of Swords here. This is all about strategy and really knowing how things are played out from different angles. Oh, that means there's your card at the bottom of the deck, the Lovers here. That's Venus in Gemini. And so the Pluto squaring Chiron transit energy, this here can kind of signify that there's an exposing, there might be some sort of exposing of relentless, unremitting efforts of a so I wrote down structure, but it's like the way the structure operates. It's like the way that something is working in regards to so Chiron and Taurus, this is self-worth. Pluto and Aquarius, this is, turning things on its head essentially, and you know, those big revelations that are there for everyone's awareness, you know, that ultimately cause a major shift in the collective's perspective. It's like the way, so the exposing of something, there's maybe some sort of um, corrupt corrupt operations, distortion. I hope not. I hope it's not that serious, but I feel like there's something that is, um, it's shady. It's not, it's not, there's no, it, whatever this is that, you know, Pluto and Aquarius, that a social group, a network, community, whatever, uh, collective group, however this has been working, um, it 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 becoming known, it being pulled to the surface is is um is kind of what is that that is the solution. That is the solution to, I don't know, revamping something to where everybody is feeling like they are um, getting whatever it is that they deserve. I don't know. Some people may be feeling like they are not receiving recognition or accolades uh, that they feel they deserve, or that is being received by others. Maybe things are being funneled in a certain specific direction or directions, um, and just we have to keep remembering that what we earn is not supposed to be attached to how we value ourselves. Um, if for me, honestly, um, I really, at this point, it's like I really don't care to be acknowledged or recognized by people that um, don't think much of me. Like I don't think I really ever did in the past, but maybe in a sense did demonstrate that, you know, um, maybe that something did mean more to me than it actually did. Like recognition and external validation. Like, sure, it feels great, but um, I I have had, you know, the way that I value myself um, intact, um, how I always have, if that makes sense, before um, being introduced into new environments or some, you know, whatever. It's like, why in the world would I ever feel like people that don't even know me have a say in how I see myself? We have to ask ourselves that every once in a while. Like, I feel like for me, especially for me, I'm until, you know, something causes friction with me, Before those points, I feel like I'm pretty, pretty nice, pretty kind, pretty, uh, you know, um, you know, pleasant to to commune with, to commune with, to you know, what am I trying to say? I'm feeling a block here. I feel like I'm pretty easy to get along with. I feel like when people like get to know me, like just after their first impression, which it depends on the situation, but at work, I get along with a lot of people. There's no reason. Everything at my mundane life job, um, everything is very transparent. Me and my coworkers, my teammates, things are transparent. If there's an issue, it's being talked about. As uncomfortable as they may be, it gets laid out on the table. I don't know. Things are so much easier to deal with when everybody is present and has the opportunity to put their 2 cents in, so things get solved and resolved much faster. But I don't know. There's whatever this is. Sorry, I inserted myself in this, but I was trying to give an example as to like a lot of people that don't understand it believe that people who are overly kind or overly enthusiastic or just are very positive, they believe that those type of people are weak individuals, and they believe that they can uh, you know emotionally manipulate them. And it's happened to me. It really has. I'm not going to say it never has. It has. It's gotten to that point, and it changed a lot in how I use my discernment these days, for sure. But you know it's like, for you, Gemini, I feel as though you actively, progressively, proactively healing this particular wound. Let's just say this wound, this Chiron and Taurus wound that revolves around self-worth. You healing that is an issue. I feel is an issue for certain power dynamics, and it's going to surface. The issue is going to boil up into the surface. And hey, buddy, I'm wrapping it up. I know I've been rambling, but we're gonna get going here in a moment. We're gonna be leaving in 15 minutes. Should give us both time to gather our things, right? Get ready. I know it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice. Did you decide on what park you want to? Don't say it. Just tell me in a little bit. um, Thank you. I'm so blessed with my son. He's amazing. He's an amazing boy. Anyways, you healing this wound or demonstrating that you do have an awareness over, what true self-worth actually means. You exerting that awareness is an issue for some people, I think. For others, I feel as though this is something that they've been wanting to see for you, been probably wanting to see how your process has been for them to reach, this awareness, this point of awareness. I feel like I'm missing something here. I feel like I'm missing something, but I feel like what I wrote here, it's like there is some kind of dynamic here where we've got the Ten of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. These two cards here together it's what everybody wants to see in their reading, right? This is what you are dreaming about, is a new beginning that goes straight towards your Ten of Pentacles. This financial security, this longevity, abundance, and security and stability that is going to, unravel the path towards, your legacy. This here, and if this is what is being, let's say, showcased in an environment, that this is what you will reach. This is what's going to happen if you do this, or if you do that. If you decide to side with them, then you're going to receive the accolades and the recognition and the abundance of blessings coming your way. That is, I feel like it is a what's a good term to call that? I just want to look something up really fast. So okay, that's probably not, I guess that's not really what I was thinking. Anyways, it's just like it's like, to me, a form of like bribery. I feel like it's just a power play that a number of people may possibly be exerting, demonstrating, just to see that they have that type of control, because of them just in some odd, dire need of needing to inflate their ego. I don't know. That is what this talks about. And these environments are not the environments that you expect to be demonstrating. These are within groups that you would have no suspicion of wanting to do such a thing. Hanged Man. I feel like you kind of observing, sitting back, and seeing how things play out with an environment has brought multiple different type of perspectives to you that reveal what you need to know so that you can take the appropriate action, because the hanged man energy is somebody that does not take an energy towards whatever. Your card here, the magician at the bottom of the deck, with this is Aquarian energy, the Prince of Swords. This is you. Yeah, this is you cutting through and seeing things for what they are. This is cutting through the bullshit and understanding that you're the one that wields your will, and it's your mind that wields your actions. You catch my drift. You are the creator of your reality, not anybody else's. You need to have a strong sense of self. You need to develop it if you haven't already. It's right now I feel like people are feeling your energy kind of retract because you are realizing in a more in-depth way of how to express and demonstrate your self-worth. People are feeling your energy being pulled back in different ways because of this. And they are wanting Five of Swords just came out. Magician and the Prince of Swords. This is, this is also speaking about manipulative communications, messages, broadcasts of things that, are meant to sway you in one direction or another. People are really, really believing in what they're trying to do when it comes to you. It's like if you came from a toxic if you were coming from a toxic cycle and you're kind of trying to start a new beginning, there very well may be others that are wanting to test and see how far they can get you to jump into another toxic cycle. I don't think so. I think you, Gemini, truly understand that you recognition and external validation from others, however that may look like, doesn't really mean anything to you. And I think it's quite apparent at this point. And their influence, their projections onto you are just a reflection of what their true intents are underneath it all. So, I mean, it's like you already see what's going on. The Lovers, that's your card. You're needing to be solid and very decisive in your actions. Five of Cups. What's this Five of Cups about? Let's take one of these. Santa Muerte. Five of Cups. What is this disappointment about? The High Priestess. Six of Wands. And the Judgment card. Disappointment. Whatever this disappointment is about, it's revolving. I really don't feel like you are disappointed anymore, Gemini. I feel like maybe this is a past disappointment. Maybe this is someone who is disappointed with dynamic with you. This person here may have finally gotten some sort of realization as to, you know, who you truly are, and that with the Six of Wands, there is no competing, there's no competition, because you never were competing. You never saw yourself in a competition. I just feel like you don't, because you weren't in that mindset of comparing yourself to others or another. This kind of separated you naturally, energetically, from whatever this is. Somebody may be disappointed that they knew this whole time, but have just gotten some sort of confirmation just as of recently that you were never competing. You may have always been the standard. You may have been the bar that you yourself continuously raised, not because of anyone else. You're not focused on anyone else. You're just trying to genuinely better yourself. And I feel like somebody is now honestly understanding that. Three of Swords, the Strength, and the Seven of Cups. Yeah, the Empress at the bottom here. This is telling me that, Gemini, you're not comparing yourself to anyone else, and you're just not so focused on who's, like, you're not focused on, let's say, for example, a new connection, new relationship. You're not interested in jumping from one thing to another, because you know that you need a transitory period where you are processing and healing. Anyone who is there that is concerned for your well-being and your highest good is not going to be giving you ultimatums as to whether or not you want them or not. Like, someone who applies that type of pressure on you needs to get step in, because it's just not, that's not it. And whoever demonstrates that to you has demonstrated enough, I'm getting. It's like if you don't even really know this person, and they're already showing you that they are operating through a high degree of egoism. And honestly, they're probably in some sort of power play with someone else that They're just trying to one up, to be honest. You see right through that bullshit. So, you know, you're not giving into games anymore. I feel like you're not over something or someone from your past. I feel like there's so much that you think about. Um, you don't even, you may have, like with the Seven of Cups here, along with the Strength and the Three of Swords, you know, you are fully aware of your environment, your surroundings, of what people are saying. You know you have options, but you're not desperate, you're not hungry, you're not thirsty for surface level nonsense. I don't know. I think you are really on a very different journey than what a lot of people may feel that you're on. Um, there may be just literally less than a handful of individuals that understand this, truly, deeply understand this. Others are still believing that you have a level of naivety to you, that they can sway you this way or that way, and you're not being swayed in any way. You're following your own direction. So, yeah, you're not looking at new love. Why are you going to look at new love? Is it to get over someone? That's not how you get over someone. I don't know, Gemini. I feel like so much has been being continuously revealed to you as of lately. This is probably, just a byproduct. Your discernment, your gift of discernment, just being razor sharp, that you're not having it. You're not having it. You're not going to take sides because some people feel that you're angry with someone. And no. You don't do drama. You don't want to get in the gossip. You're just in pursuit of what would you say? Forging yourself in this journey of transformation, Six of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands. Yeah. You are fiercely defending your stability. When I say stability, I'm not talking about financial stability. I'm talking about your inner equilibrium, your inner stability. You're not about to let anybody think that they can, sway you. It's just as simple as that. Seven of Wands, once again. What about love? Let's talk about love, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Tower. Gemini, what is this about? This is Aries, Scorpio energy. Are you, Gemini, is this you? Are you the Tower in some sort of reality? We've got the Strength card, Lust card. We've got the Empress, and we've got the Three of Pentacles here. This is you. This is you realizing your full potential and demonstrating your awareness over. Ready? Okay. All right. Where's your backpack? Where's your backpack? Okay. Yes. Okay. Yes, sir. Princess of Wands and the Sun. This is vitality. This is you creating everlasting abundance through your own innate gifts and talents, because you have so much value that you see, that you know within your own self, that you know that you're capable of creating something very, like I said just a second ago, everlasting. The gift that keeps on giving, you know. And with the Empress being here and the Three of Pentacles and the Lust card, this is you just fearlessly and vivaciously living in your truth, living authentically. Wheel of Fortune. You're in a transitory period. You are feeling an internal shift within you, and it's putting your external environment in a a metamorphosis. Basically, there's a metamorphosis going on. Jupiter in Pisces, Nine of Cups at the bottom of the deck. This is you finally putting your creations into a crystallized form, a tangible form. And this form here, Jupiterian energy, it's a form that people may not expect. Whatever you're trying to create, people are not expecting your creations to look the way or to come out the way that they're going to. But it's just time. It's just time. It's going to be whatever you're going to be creating is going to be a type of abundance that is going to reach others without you having to make that happen. It's just going to happen. Did we do? We didn't do one last message here. What is it? That was supposed to be your love message. With the Empress, the Lust, and the Three of Pentacles, it in terms of love, we had we had Leo energy, we had Taurian energy, we have Aries energy now. Four of Wands here. I feel like got the Knight of Cups here. I feel like there's somebody in your vicinity that you're wanting to stabilize something with. Gemini. Somebody that has been very open with their heart. Someone who is very stable within their own selves, to be quite honest. This person here, now we have the Knight of Wands, Sagittarian energy. Does not have to be any of these signs, it's just the energy. This person here is really, they're really wanting to, we've got the Queen of Pentacles here. So Knight of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. Knight of Wands is very straightforward, very impulsive, really wants to act quickly, act upon impulse. Queen of Pentacles is quite reserved. This person here, deep down underneath it all, they are wanting to act on their impulses with you, but on the surface, above the surface, on the surface, they are really trying their hardest to appear as reserved as they are. Could be an Aries that you're dealing with. Could be an Aries, Capricorn, Sagittarius. What did I say? A water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We have all the signs here. Okay. And what is it? 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Go grab your bag. Oh, okay. All right. Oh. You're fine right there. Fine right there. I just, for safety reasons, I always, make sure my son is, not really in my videos, because I'm just trying to, keep him safe and protected. Whoever this is somebody that you have experienced defeat with in the past here. Gemini energy here at the bottom of the deck. Could be another Gemini that you are dealing with. Gemini. Let's take this one. Queen of Wands, Aries energy. I feel like there was a magnetism that both of you shared. You two shared a similar frequency somehow, one way or another, one way, shape, or form. You two had felt a frequency. The frequency between you two felt familiar. And there goes the video.